Hi, today Sabrina and I, Jen Vetter, are going to be talking to you a little bit about some classroom management issues and things that can be done to overcome them. Our goals and objectives for this presentation, we're going to talk about some struggles, the different struggles between an online and a face-to-face classroom. We're going to talk about the most important classroom requirements for both instructors and students. We're going to talk about the most effective instructor-student relationship and what kind of faculty behaviors can really help make students successful. Whether you're in a classroom or in an online environment, attendance is very important for student success. A successful student must be present in the classroom as required to get the full learning experience they need from the course. In particular, in an online classroom, we're faced with what's called an asynchronous environment. The class isn't taught in real time. Students with difficulties following a lesson, navigating through the classroom, or who have numerous other commitments on their plate may eventually give up because it's simply too frustrating. So as an instructor, it's our duty to monitor our students and make sure everyone is adhering to the established standards. Another issue we can see in the online classroom is the fact that we never see each other face to face. There can be a feeling of a certain lack of caring on the instructor's part. Of course, this is far from the truth, but as the instructor and the facilitator of a good classroom, it's our responsibility to break down these barriers and make sure students feel welcome and cared for in the class. One way to do this is to institute proper netiquette procedures. This means keeping control of what's going on in the classroom and making sure people are polite and post on time and really listen, quote unquote, listen to what other students have to say. Either online or in person, when students arrive late or fail to post, it disrupts the instructor and all of their classmates. Students must learn to be punctual in the classroom just as they will have to be in the real world when they go to work. Here's an analogy I use all the time. When a student fails to post an assignment on time and then questions the late policy, I always tell them, if you were at work and you had a project due and you knew you were going to have trouble meeting the deadline, would you simply not turn the project in on time? Of course not. You'd immediately go to your supervisor, present the facts, and let them know why there was an issue with getting it done on time. And you'd ask for more time. Now, in a classroom setting, I may not grant the extra time, but if a student comes to me ahead of the problem and is upfront with me and honest about what's going on in their lives, I am more apt to offer an extension to them because they took the initiative rather than waiting until after the fact. Some students will refuse to complete assignments altogether because they dislike them or aren't comfortable with the topic choice. Group assignments are a great example of this. It's important that students learn to accept both simple and challenging assignments in the course. Group assignments can be very challenging online and in person. One effective method that can be employed is to use a group chat room for group work and to be actively involved in these chat rooms. Stating that all group discussions must occur inside these discussion forums can make it easier for an instructor to follow activity and show and see how everyone is working together. Another tool that can be used is a peer evaluation tool. It can be filled out by each member of each group by the due date of the assignment. Failure to fill out the evaluation tool can result in the loss of a number of points for the group, so it holds everyone accountable and gives everybody an opportunity to critique each other's works. And when reviewing these, it makes it easier as an instructor to see who pulled their weight on the assignments and who didn't. It's very important for an instructor to be organized and prepared for students. All coursework needs to be up to date, clear, and concise at all times. Directions need to be very clear, especially in an online classroom. Students and their learning experience must be the priority to the instructor. It's also very important to encourage student participation. This can be done through discussion boards, emails, assignment feedback, weekly announcements, anything like that. For a student to learn, they need to fully participate in all the assignments. Good communication is also crucial for the instructor-student success plan. Good communication involves frequent emails, discussions, and announcements. If you see a student is slacking off in the classroom, it's your responsibility as an instructor to reach out to that student and provide them the help they need to complete the course activities before it gets too late. In conclusion, we've talked about different struggles between an online and a face-to-face classroom. We've talked about important classroom requirements. We've talked about being that effective instructor. We talked about being that ideal faculty member. And what we'd like to do is draw your attention to the next video in our post for a more personal experience about one instructor's way that they handled rumor control. Thank you so much for your time. Please enjoy the next video.